Mm-hmm.
Good day, ladies and gents. I'm Emilio A. Colon, and joining me today's episode is Giannis A. God, is LaVon Harvey. LaVon, so glad to have you on the show. What an exciting NBA Finals it was. I mean, we're going to get into it. Obviously, we're going to speak on, Giannis and his accomplishment with the Bucks, Middleton and them boys. We're going to speak on CP3 and Devin Booker and that side of it also, and what the future holds for them and what the future holds for the Bucks. But just give me a little bit of a brief of what you thought about what happened in Game 6.
What I thought happened in Game 6 was just it was a bit overwhelming for the Suns. I think. First of all, I'll be first one to tell you and admit that I was wrong. I did have the Suns in 6, and I never wavered from it. So I was completely wrong. And end of the day, big picture, you can't help but be happy for the guy, man. I was super happy for him afterwards, man. You could just tell how humble he was and like, yo, it's over. I did it. Sitting by himself on the chairs. But let's take it back a bit. The game itself, it was seesaw at first. I mean, first the Bucks were killing it. I went to go to dinner with the family literally for 20 minutes. I'll come out and it's almost halftime and I'm like, what just happened? You know what I'm saying? And then after halftime, Giannis said, enough is enough, and really just started to take over the whole game. He knew he was on a mission, and it shows because that 50 piece is real talk. And he ran it back again today, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
So let me explain something to you. And I need everybody to understand this. I am 40 years old. 40. This is the type of stuff that I was doing without social media when it was like I was like 16, 15 years old. The trolling that he was doing today and the trolling he did yesterday, the shot that he took about super teams is 100% that everybody that's done it, whether it's LeBron James, whether it's Kevin Durant, whether it's Kyrie Irving, anybody that's left the team to join another team and recruiting players to come to that team to make things, he took a shot at all of them. I don't care what anybody says. That post that I posted on the EAC Show Instagram page and on Twitter, you guys can go check it out if you want. That so far has been one of the most commented posts that I've ever put on social media because people are agreeing he did it the right way. He didn't leave. No free agents want to go to Milwaukee. None. Who the hell wants to go to Milwaukee? Nobody.
No. Drew looks like I was making a joke last night. Holiday looks like he wants to be out. Like, man, it was good. He looked like he already want to leave. I got a chip now. I need to do something else. Let me ask you a question though. It just came to my mind. What was the last team that was not a super team to win a title? That just came to my mind.
Well, okay, wait. It's difficult because LeBron, went to finals, but he didn't win finals with the super team.
No, to win.
To win a final that wasn't a super team. Great question.
I think
we would have to.
Abs. I think technically he just went back to the team.
No, he left. The last team to win a finals that wasn't a super team is either between the Dallas Mavericks or the San Antonio Spurs.
That's a long time ago, huh?
It's a long time ago because you got the Heat that won it. They were super teams. You got the Golden State Warriors who won it. They were super teams. I'm trying to think. You still got the Miami Heat, who was a super team when you had Shaq and Wade and stuff like that. So Boston Celtics, they were a super team because you had Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce.
13? I can't remember when Dallas beat us or beat the Heat. Sorry,
they were probably the last team that wasn't a super team that ended up winning the NBA championship. That's how long it's been. But Giannis, and you know what I saw what Steven Jackson said, because he felt like Giannis was taking a shot at his teammates by saying, he did it. Giannis first off has said, we did it. He doesn't single out anybody. He sits there and says it's a team effort. He brings in Chris Middleton because him and Middleton have been there for so long together and stuff like that. But let's just face facts. Like I said, no one, not one free agent is going to say, I want to go play with Giannis in Wisconsin. Nobody's doing that. They had draft picks. They made trades. They brung players in. No one chose Milwaukee other than Middleton and Giannis. Nobody else.
No, that's facts. Milwaukee is not the spot to be at. Plain and simple, it is not the place to be. So I can appreciate, Bobby last night saying, "Oh, coming here was a blessing." Yeah, you won a title. That's why it was a blessing. Aside from that, I'm good, homie. I am good.
I was so upset. Myself and kids were watching Giannis's live on social media on Instagram. I was so mad that Chick-fil-A did not comp him the 50 nuggets. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, they know. I mean, and they're known for great service. That would have been a play for them. That would have been a huge play for them.
What's wrong? Yo, that manager needs to be fired. How do you not comp Giannis Antetokounmpo coming into your drive-thru, ordering 50 nuggets because he dropped 50 points on the Suns, and you didn't pay for his meal?
Yeah. They would have got backlash either way, but hey, whatever. You know what I mean?
Giannis gave him free promo. He said it. He's like, look, I'm getting Chick-fil-A. Yo, the funniest thing ever was that he actually had the 2 trophies like it was like luggage in his car with him, saying, don't tell the owners because I stole the trophy. They don't even know I have it. Like, he was treating it like it was like it was just an accessory. Yeah,
just driving on the freeway in the city with him and his lady friend. I mean, I was thinking, is there security in that back seat? Because that's some valuable items he got in his lap. But hey,
walking around with the Larry O'Brien trophy and the Bill Russell Award is I
gotta hold on to him. He said
that's a major flex.
Super flex, man.
All right, so let's talk about the other side of it. Unfortunately, we have to speak on it. Devin Booker played his heart out, except for one game. I think one game he had a really bad game, but he played his heart out the rest of the series. For me, I felt like, you know what, Chris Paul played it well as well. I'm not knocking him, but on the other side, it's just like, Chris Paul, what were you doing? You were just going with the flow defensively. Like, you were allowing people to be able to take advantage of you. You know, like, yes, you could be a floor general offensively, but you're completely and utterly a liability on the other side of the floor.
Man, I mean, yeah, that's definitely something that we can talk about. But I feel terrible for Chris. I saw him walking back in that tunnel. You know, Booker was out there for a little bit afterwards, watching the confetti drop, watching him celebrate. You already know, we all know how CP3 is, right? He not with all the antics and the BS and the whole. So he went back to I could see through that tunnel, and what I read on his face was, my chance to get a ring is over. He had the chance, he blew it, and you know what's crazy? 2 games in, everyone's talking about, man, do you give him 3 years? Did the Suns do this after they win the championship? Did they give him 2 years and an option? And now it's like, do I even get this guy a year? Maybe 2?
He's gonna make $44 million. He's gonna make $44 million next year.
Expensive guy. It's an expensive cat. So his journey is gonna be very interesting. But aside from that, I feel bad for him because the quote unquote point guard, his chances. I mean, never say never, but you got this far and yeah, you didn't do it. I mean, he's lost at every stage. The first, second, third, fourth round. He loses every single round. And for such a great point guard to never win, he's going to end up in that category of the Barkleys and the Malones and the Stocktons,
the Patrick Ewings.
Yeah. So,
I feel like LeVon, tell me how you feel about this too. I feel like Giannis in the series did a better job of getting his teammates involved and making them better players than Chris Paul actually did.
No, I agree, especially because he was, on top of that, he was his teammates' biggest cheerleader too. You know, he was, whether he believed it or not, after every interview, right? It was always, no, I believe in Middleton. Say what you want to say. We need him. I believe in him. Holiday, oh, bad game. We need him to win. We need Holiday to win. He's our guy. He's our guy. Even when they were down. So he wasn't riding the high. And mind you, these guys were down almost every series. So this is almost like they were down, I think, 0-1 to the Hawks. They were down 0-2, or they were down at one point every series. Put it like that.
Yeah.
And down is not a comfortable feeling. It's not a comfortable situation.
Oh, no. They swept the Heat. The Heat was your boys. They swept your boys.
I was hoping you didn't catch that part.
They swept your boys.
And
But I
that was
mean, look, Phoenix is very young. Phoenix is very young. Other than Chris Paul, they're extremely young. Shout out to Monty Williams, complete class coach, for going into the locker room of Milwaukee to congratulate them. Didn't even take a lot of time. Literally just came in there and said, "Yo, I appreciate you guys. You guys did well," and hit it and bounce and let them boys celebrate. But I think Phoenix is in good hands. Honestly, I think they did a good job of trading pieces and drafting pieces and stuff like that. So I think the future's in good hands. I'm just not so into the whole Chris Paul talk. I'm just being honest with you. Yes, Chris Paul could get his shot anytime he wants in the middle of the paint and this, that, and third. But if you really think about it, if you look at the numbers, when Chris Paul is on the floor against the Bucks in that series, he was getting eaten alive by anybody else that was guarding him, because defensively he's a liability, like I said.
Yeah, the Chris Paul thing was just more so, like I said, he's a top 10-point guard, all time, and we've seen him fail at so many levels, and we all wanted to see him win. And he's also friends with the biggest guys in the league too. Yeah, I wanted to see him win. I wanted to see him win. So that's kind of what his story was. But again, to get to this level and him being 36, and he's only older, it's just not, So,
dude, I had a lot of enjoyment watching last night, the post game as well, between what Giannis was saying and what Bobby Portis was saying and Pat Connaughton and Brooke Lopez and all them boys. I had a lot of fun watching it because it felt relatable. It felt 100% relatable. It felt like, I'm gonna tell you what it felt like. It felt like whether you played in the Coral Springs Rec League or the Police Athletic League or the Jewish Community League or the Catholic Association League, it felt like you were on that team that didn't have the best players, but literally you had one really good player and a bunch of other guys, and you got it done.
Yes, I agree. It really felt like a group effort. It really did. It really did, because you know what? I mean, it's almost like everybody showed out. Like Lopez was posterizing cats last night. We all know Bobby's Bobby. You know what I'm saying? He's going to show face. We all know Drew. Drew's been to talk about his defense lately, up and down. Middleton's been laughed at about up and down. And of course, Giannis free throws up and down. Giannis was on the Steph Curry last night from the line.
17 for 19 from the free throw line.
I mean, that's wild. And there's been this week there's been talk about how if you look at it, free throws don't matter or whatever the case is. But last night they did matter, because guess what? Giannis normally hits out half of his free throws. Last night they won by how much? I don't even know, 8, 9 points?
Something like that.
Now I know things can happen. We can't predict what will happen. He could have missed a free throw and they could have got the rebound and made the shot. But him hitting his free throws are huge, because not only was it points, but his confidence was up. He wasn't missing, right? So, I mean, he showed up when it counted, and now it's, and if we can make a transition into, first of all, he's already a lot. His accolades are already lit. He's already a lot for a first ballot Hall of Fame. That's done. And now it's time to run up these numbers, baby. It's time to run up these stats and just become like on some, I got more accolades than he's only 26. Now he did start a bit late as far as piling on the numbers. He's already in his 8th year in the league, which is, I'm thinking he's like year 6 in my mind, like 5. Like I can't even remember. He's already in year 8, so he's a little up there, but now it's starting to pile on. And man, he's only 26. If he can get a couple more, I mean, it's going to be tough. I'm not calling back to back.
So somebody tried to comment. That, you know what, that he's not better than KD and da 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 da. And I told homie on the comment section, I said, man, go kick rocks, because in all actuality, don't try to steal this man's thunder. No, that discussion is a totally different discussion.
It is.
It's a totally different discussion. We're talking about who's the best player right now in the NBA, and Giannis Antetokounmpo just went out there and he just proved that he's the best player, because what he did in that series literally defines everything for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, on and off the court, you know what I'm saying? Good cat, fun personality, and he's down for his teammates too. You know what I'm saying? Down for his teammates. We all know he can get better in different areas. Yeah, Giannis, for heaven's sake, I don't think he made 1 3 in these finals. I mean, that, but whatever. That's aside from the point, right? Get better. He can be in the gym. First of all, he can party for the next month. He earned it. And work on your free throws. Forget the 3. 3 is like a whatever, man. You're a long cat. Most times, unless you're Durant or Dirk, there's an exception for these long guys, big hands shooting threes. Bro, work on your free throws because they're gonna hack you. You know what I'm saying? But really, he's running off what do you call it? Free game, right? Not free game. You got your title. Have fun now, bro. Have super fun. Just win some more.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is exactly what the NBA needs right now. The NBA needs a workhorse. They need somebody that's clean cut. They need somebody that's not so much one side or the other. They need a worker. They need a worker because that's what the audience is relatable to. Giannis' story is 100% relatable to anybody that comes from beginnings like that or somewhat like that. You can immerse yourself in that story and sit there and say, yo, I respect that. I've had people hit me up on social media that says that they will watch more basketball if more of the players were like Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and again, it kind of goes back to what you mentioned, being relatable. And now it's cool. It's really cool to start seeing the old film from when he was little skinny, meager Giannis at age 19, and accents a little bit stronger. He's just fresh. Hey, what do you want to be? I want to be an NBA player. Obviously,
starving. That's what it was. He was starving, my friend. You know what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened. You know those commercials from back in the days where they would beg you to send $1 or $2 back home or Africa or help a little. They were stealing that money because they weren't feeding those kids. That's what was happening.
I mean, he got the hype, but he needed some food, homie. But now look, you know what I'm saying? And now look, and look at the whole family get to put up the ring fingers now. You feel me? Which is funny. Last year the other one. This
flex. I appreciate Giannis's passion too, because Giannis came out there, he accepted his award, and he let it all hang out. He didn't hold anything back. Curse words and all. Didn't apologize for nothing. He knows how much work needs to be put in. He said it on his IG Live. He wasn't getting a haircut. He didn't need to be pretty, nothing like that. He just was worried about hooping. He just wanted to hoop. He just wanted to work. When you fall in love with the process of what you have to do to get where you have to get, the results take care of themselves. That is factual.
The grind, baby. Trust the process, and he did.
Yeah, I mean, that's just anything in life. I don't care what you do. You want to be a good father? You want to be a great father? Like, you have to fall in love with the process of doing that. You want to be a great husband? You want to be a good husband? You got to fall in love with that process of doing it. I don't give a fuck what you do. Whatever you do, if you fall in love with the process of doing that, that's what's going to end up happening.
Absolutely, man. Happy for him, man.
Other than that, I mean, what I have people saying whether they're gonna, whether they're gonna go back to back, or I see no reason why they shouldn't.
I'm not gonna go there, man. It's so hard. It's so hard. And again, we can talk about breaks, this, that, and the third. Every year, for whatever reason, there's always some kind of team that the championship team always gets a quote unquote break. So I'm not going to touch on that. But at the end of the day, they can go back to back, but injuries, things happen. So who knows, right?
I don't like speaking on ifs. I don't like speaking on ifs. Somebody asked me that shit today. I don't like speaking on ifs. If my mother never slept with my father, I wouldn't be born. Well, I'm here talking shit, so I'm born. So what's like what it is? Right.
So again, it's, oh God, it's so hard to win back-to-back championships, but we'll see. They're going to be in the playoffs because all they do is win during the regular season. So you already know that's damn near a seed right there, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Where's Dame going? That could be another topic. Where's Dame going? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? The Warriors will be hopefully healthy next year. Clay will be back. You know what I'm saying? Is Dame going to go there? Can Harden and Kyrie get better on the Nets? It's just all these questions. So they can go back to back, of course. But
I'm only gonna speak on what I think is factual. And what I think is factual is that the Milwaukee Bucks will be right back in the Eastern Conference Finals, trying to get to the finals. That's it. That's the only guarantee. Like how you just sat there and said, what if this, what if that? I personally feel like they're going to be right back in the Eastern Conference Finals fighting for a finals the title. Whether it's Brooklyn, whether it's Philadelphia, whether it's whoever it is in the East, Toronto, I don't care. Milwaukee's going to be right there saying, oh, you guys got to come through us.
You know the thing about Milwaukee? That team is a very long team. They're a long team and they're heavy. So it's kind of like that boxer where there might be more skilled boxer, but because I'm so much bigger than you and I'm leaning on you, I'm wearing you down. That team is so long. I'm talking about from the point guard to Middleton to Giannis to Lopez to Bobby to you got Tucker, the most grinding player on it. They're long and they're physical.
I like that you mentioned that because I was seeing a quote that said, it was from a commentator that said that not only did the Suns have nobody that could guard Giannis, they also had nobody that can really foul him, like hard foul him, because there was no one big enough to do it.
Nope. Well, what's his name? Aiden's wet behind the ears. He's still wet behind the ears to me. I don't something about his game. I can't put my finger on it. But yeah, I mean, nobody. And on top of that, somebody you're relying on in the Suns, Chris Paul. You got the best defender in the league defending him. So like it's almost like I'm knocking him out. I'm taking Chris Paul out the picture, putting all the pressure on Booker, and that's not going to work. Because after those two guys shooting the ball, who else is going to shoot the ball? Those guys are going to be wide open. You
and I played basketball as a sport when we were younger. You could see Giannis's spin move 70 miles away before he does it, but you can't stop it.
Nope, can't stop it.
You literally could tell Ayton, the spin is coming. The spin is coming, and Ayton couldn't do nothing.
Yeah. It's still gonna go right. It's gonna spin to the left, right in the paint. Nothing you can do.
Especially when he's so long, he takes 2 steps. The next thing you know, he's dunking the ball.
Jeez, man. I mean, yeah, not happening.
Jonathan, Portis, Tucker, Holiday, Middleton, Lopez, Giannis. How many players am I naming that literally like had a main contributing in that game? Like for Phoenix,
it was fun. They were all hype. I remember like placing all those players, right? I can't remember the last team where I'm like, okay, it's just those 2 guys or those 3 guys. I feel like everybody had a part in this. They were hype. Like I remember, again, like I said earlier, I remember Lopez, each player had like a 3-minute window where it was just them. Yeah. Bobby getting, right? Dunking and stealing, and I didn't commit that foul. Middleton doing fadeaways to clinch the game. Giannis dropping 50-piece. Connaughton hitting threes on the side. Just like, was it a dagger 3? Again, it's just Tucker. I mean, he's been physical. Tucker's Tucker, right? Tucker been bouncing around, found a spot, and Tucker's always been Tucker, right? One of the best defenders in the league.
Game is on fire.
Yeah, the sneaker king. So he got him his ring, and he's been bouncing around. He left. I seen a little funny stat. He beat somebody that used to be at Houston each round.
Wow. So, you're the sneaker king of basketball when Kevin Durant says, "How the hell do you have a pair of sneakers that I don't even have?"
Man.
And it's his sneaker. It's his shoe. It's Kevin Durant's shoe, and he's asking Tucker, "How the fuck you have this shoe? I don't even have it."
They only made 10 of these, fam. I can't do nothing for you. They only made 10 of these, bro. My dog,
call me next week.
What's up?
How long? No, that's what Tucker's saying to Kevin Durant. Call me next week.
Oh yeah.
How long? My question to you: if you were in the Milwaukee Bucks, how long would you celebrate this shit?
Well, I'm celebrating with the praise. Typically, the praise a week after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna be doing that. Giannis said he's supposed to be in Vegas, and he said, "Yeah, that's how cool he is, yo. Yeah, I'm supposed to be in Vegas, but I'm gonna stay in Milwaukee and go to Chick-fil-A." Yo, he said he's supposed to be in Vegas, but me personally, I'm gonna party hard for the next week. Then after that, I'm gonna have to go back in my hyperbolic time chamber, get sober again for the next week. Then I'm gonna enjoy my family vacation for another couple weeks. Then get back to the lab. You know what I'm saying?
I was wondering yesterday, LeVon, because I didn't see his brother, and he's always usually with his brother, and then I come to find out that he's not with his brother because his brother was actually in the COVID protocol the day before. So that's why they didn't get a chance to really,
Okay.
That's why they didn't really get.
I saw him talk to his family a lot, letting them in and all that. But you're right. I didn't see his brother that much either.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, damn, where's his brother? His brother's like his right hand. Like his brother's like a bodyguard almost in a sense. And you couldn't see his brother at all. But come to find out, that's the reason why his brother Giannis was not with him, because of him being stuck in protocol. But look, it couldn't happen to a better guy. Seriously.
Yeah, man. I felt, like I said, it was whatever to me. But then, and Giannis is cool. But then afterwards, I'm like, man, that's what's up. And you could tell it wasn't. And again, LeBron's top 2 to me, whatever. But you could just tell LeBron knows the cameras are on him. He's hugging AD last year. It was corny to me. I'm just me personally. He's hugging AD for pictures and hyping him up. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Giannis was legit, real time, real talk, real emotion. But him by himself, like not even just sitting on the chair, just like emotional, man. That's what it is, man. It's his first one. Maybe that first one was different. So
I don't disagree with you. I think that you have between Duncan, Dirk, Dwayne Wade's first ring with Shaq, and then this is probably the ones that like they stick out the most because you're like, those things weren't supposed to happen, They weren't supposed to happen. Like, let's just be honest. Like, the Mavs beating the Heat, that wasn't supposed to happen. And then the Heat beating the Mavs, that wasn't supposed to happen. And then you got Duncan, Duncan is the most underrated player probably of all time. What does he have? He has 5 rings.
Yeah.
And people talk over him like he's just like he's like a janitor or some shit.
He dressed like a janitor. That's the problem.
But it's not a popularity contest. It's a play. Yo, seriously, like Timmy will bust your ass fundamentally.
Oh yeah, Mr. Fundamental, man.
He will literally bust your ass hitting 11 of 13 shots off glass.
Yes. And not even celebrate. Just run back on the court. Straight face. Plain. No emotion.
and tell you, yo, this is my second sport, right? I was supposed to be a swimmer, right? Oh, Jesus Christ. How do you even say that to somebody? This is my second sport. I was supposed to be an Olympic swimmer.
That's real good.
Well, Levon, that's going to conclude the episode. I appreciate you coming on. Guys, make sure you click like, subscribe on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. We appreciate the content on social media. Levon, I'll check you out next week. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you, Levon.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right.